Hello, uh, it's me, Sophia. I figured I'd make a little video while I'm driving in my car. Uh, so, yeah, there's just been a lot of things going on in my brain, okay? But no matter what, life is good. There's always going to be problems. Uh, but it's about looking at the bigger picture of where you're at and where you stand. And so I'm not going to say that things, aren't going to bring you down or whatever. They do so with everybody. But it's more so about just keeping the perspective that doesn't masquerade life, but keeps you like strong enough to continue in life and what you're doing. A lot of things in this world you have to work for. They're hard. You want them now, okay? You want to be done with it. Like, oh my God, I want my transition to be completely over. Like, done, girl. Like, done, okay? Um, but I also think it's very important to, um, see, I was trying to do this video before I come up to having to go cross traffic, because it's always complicated, and sometimes just with the way people drive, there's always a whole lot of cursing. It's still on. Oh, it is on. Okay. Oh my God, that was so crazy. I'm gonna have to edit that out. Anyways, what was? Oh, yeah, my transition. I would just love to have it all be done. Everything, operations completed. I mean, I've already made a significant amount of progress. Hey, it is what it is. Honey, you gotta get out there and you gotta just take opportunity when it's there. Otherwise, I would have never been able to go. But, yeah. So what I was saying was about working. Really good things in life, you gotta put the effort in and you gotta work hard towards them. Like if you're buying a house, like I'm going through a neighborhood right now. If you're buying a house, you gotta save a lot of money for a down payment. You gotta either fix your credit if it's bad, or whatever the case is. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of effort and a lot of discipline. But then it pays off, because then you're able to buy yourself a really nice house. I'm just using this as an example. A really nice house with, just what you want, your character in it. I've always wanted my own house. Nothing big, nothing crazy. Just a spot that's mine, that I know can never be taken away from me. That I can paint the walls purple if I want to. That I could, put up leopard print curtains if I want to. Nobody's gonna tell me anything, because it's my house, and just add the character, what I like in it, and just make it home. Make your home home. And those things they take a lot of work, a lot of work. A transition's very much like that. It just takes a lot of work. You just don't transition overnight. It's a lot of years of just putting into it. Like even remembering to take your hormone pills every day, which generally I'm pretty good about. it's kind of weird. At the end of my prescription, there's always like maybe 2 days of dosage that's still left over. So I don't know how I end up missing a day, but I think it's probably because of my work schedule, and how I go to work and, my work life, really. But uh, yeah, you just gotta keep taking those pills daily, every day, once a day, every day, and it's a slow process, but it's kind of like you're running a race, and you're getting to that finish line. You're gonna win. You're gonna cross that finish line, and that's like the motivation. Once you're there, you're there, and no one can take that away from you. No one can rob you of that. And it's a lot of just a lot of work. Mind you, out on the street, people aren't always the nicest people to us trans women, okay? And oh boy, people aren't always the nicest, and people say a lot of mean things, and it can get to be kind of a drag sometimes, because eventually it will kind of seep in. No matter how strong of a person you are, no matter how much you just don't give an F about what people think, and you gotta have that type of character, because you gotta have that type of character and mindset, because you know that this is going to better your life, and it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter what the world thinks. It doesn't matter what family thinks. Doesn't matter. Whatever. And if people want to fall out on you, then that's their problem. You just keep going at your pace. You just keep, like, girl, you just keep getting in there, and you keep, pound for pound. You just keep putting your fists up, and you just don't care. Because that's you, and you know it's good for you, and you know that this is what you need in your life to be a happier person. To, like, ever since I transitioned, it's been rough. I mean, I'm not gonna get into things, but it's not been a walk in the park. It's been, in my opinion, well worth it. Um, uh, I'm like so much super happier with my progress, and where I'm at versus what I was like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, just whatever. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna get into a lot of personal things about my world and where I'm from and whatever. But it's so crazy. Once I started that's how I knew that. Like, I think every trans woman, before you start your transition, you're just like a little, like, I don't know, like, I think this will work, but you don't know until you actually do it. And once you start doing it, like you're like, oh, it's like confirmation. It's like the shit you've been telling the world prior, you know. It's like it's just confirmation for yourself. By the way, what other people think, fuck all. I always got to try not to curse in the whole video. Screw all that. Because people don't like cursing, and I really need to use better words, okay? But screw all that. You're not doing it for approval. You're not doing it for people to like you. If people like you, they like you. They should like you based upon who you are, not what's on the outside, not how you look, not whatever. They should like you because your soul is on point, and it's a good soul, and you know what I mean. But yeah, I know it's hard. Like, hell, try to find work. A lot of jobs will discriminate against you. Apartments may discriminate against you. I mean, I fortunately live in a very good state and a good city with a lot of diversification, a lot of just good-hearted people who generally just don't care. And that's another thing. Like, if you just go out and you just do what you're doing, most people aren't even going to bother. People who are adults, not these people who are like these adult babies that are the ones that gotta talk crap and always, just up in everybody's business, trying to, they're the miserable people. But generally, most adults, okay, they just don't care. They see you as an adult. You're doing your thing, so long as you're not up in their business, up in their face. Everything's gonna be all right. I don't get a lot of like stuff at me. I get it. All trans women get it, or will get it, and do get it. I don't really care where you live. I think every place is going to be like that. And like I said, I live in a very diverse, open, diverse city. So with that being said, yeah, I forgot what the hell I was going to say. Where I was going with that. I was going to make a really good point. You grow as you do this. You grow, you find a lot about yourself. You find out who you are more so. You just get more grounded. It's just not like you're grounded before, but you're just not. It's like you're whole. You're like, instead of being rough around the edges, you're like you're not really that rough around the edges. It just makes you more rounder, spiritually, socially, with your mind, with how you view things, how you interact with people, and that's a good thing. But I don't know if my door is not all the way closed. No, it's not. Oh my god. That's okay, I'm only on this highway for a little bit, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna lock the door so it doesn't pop open. But, yeah, so this goes, what I'm saying is for everybody. The principles of what I'm talking about goes for everyone. No matter who you are, what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to do. Remember that life is beautiful, life is good, your life's important, you're an important person, whoever you are. You watching this crazy trans woman named Sophia, you're important. I don't even know who you are, but you're created, you're important, and you must never forget that. And I definitely understand life is hard. I know that we all have our own life stories of good and bad things, but you really got to understand that and remember that for what it is. You are important, and be happy. You can't. You love yourself. It's not a selfish thing. Don't if you don't love yourself, accept yourself, are fine with who you are, then you're not going to be able to love other people. I know it's kind of like a cliche-ish message, but there's a lot of truth to the whole loving one another and showing love to other people and caring about other people. It just makes the whole of society just a lot better, and just it makes a lot of good things good. Wow, I've been on this thing for like almost 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to continue this later. This was just kind of like, I'm just going to turn the camera on and let it roll and just talk and whatever. Anyways, remember that you are important, and you are created as a human being. You have the gift of life. No one can take that away from you. Okay, it's the most important gift, the most valuable gift that you have is your life. And what you do, how you operate yourself in this world for your lifetime is completely up to you. And um, uh, just maintain the positiveness and whatever changes you might need to make in your life, make them. Um, and shoot for the goals. Like I remember this when I was just a little child. My mother would look me square right in the eyes, okay, and she would be like, "Don't you let anybody tell you you can't do anything. You can do whatever you want, whatever. You can do everything, anything, all of it." And she would also tell me, "Don't let anybody ever tell you you're less than, that you can't." And just I'm just like a little kid when she's telling me this. I'm so glad my mother instilled that into my brain at a very, very young age. I probably was like, I don't know, 3. I don't know how old I was. But that's always something that I reflect in the back of my mind. But it's true. You know, you are important, you are valid, you are a human being. There's nothing you cannot do. Whatever it is that you have as a goal, just get out there and make the accomplishment. Just do it, okay? And like, all those commercials say, and spread the love towards other people and the positiveness and, just the niceness. There's a lot of just terrible stuff in this world. And people who are already genuine souls need to interject that into the world of all this chaos and animosity and just all the negative, terrible, bad, horrible things. Anyways, I am gonna get off this. Okay, you all have a blessed night and take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching. Also, okay, and yeah, all right. Oh, if you want to like and subscribe to my channel, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I don't really care either way. It's up to you. If you don't like my videos, if you don't like trans people or trans women, then I don't know why in the hell you're even watching me, okay? Why don't you go watch something else, all right? Stay positive and love one another, and you all have a blessed Friday night. Be safe out there, okay?